Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night. I hope you will enjoy today's video, so let's just get into it.
My friend's husband went and got me my favorite croissant breakfast sandwich.
Why? Why did he do that?
Probably the same reason she called him my friend's husband and not my friend. They're both doing her friend dirty.
Listen, what are you doing as a 45-year-old man on a dating app saying that you're still figuring it out? Like, what are you figuring out? That you're almost 50? Because I can tell you that you're unavailable and just want to sleep around and that you shouldn't be dating. Like, we can tell you that. You should be figuring out if you have enough in your 401k to retire in a couple years. What are we doing here?
Checking random profiles on dating apps, it seems. Why are you so interested in what some 45 years old man is doing, or who he's dating, or if he wants a relationship or not? Why does it bother you so much that you had to make a video that he's sleeping around? Unless he's being honest and you know what to expect. If that's not for you and it's not what you're looking for, just move on. Find someone who has long term in his profile.
Okay, for anyone who uses Hinge, guys or girls, I need to know if y'all do this sometimes. Do you ever come across someone where you're like, okay, I think they're super cute, but I don't necessarily want to waste a like on them, so I'm going to X them, but if they like me, then I'd match with them. Is that wrong? Is that crazy to do? Because I actually do that quite frequently. Because I'm like, well, he's cute, but like, what if there's an even hotter one? And I'm not committed to any of these people yet, so that's okay to do. So let me know, or let me know if I also just taught you a new hack.
And that's how they end up in their 40s complaining about a 45-year-old man not looking for anything serious. You've seen a guy that was, in your words, super cute, so that means he was attractive, but you didn't want to waste a like on him? Do you have a limited amount of likes that you can send to people? Doesn't matter. That super cute guy that you've seen and didn't want to waste a like on him, he could be on a dating app for years until he reaches 45 and says, I give up. That could have been the guy to spend the rest of your life with, but you'll never know because you didn't want to waste a like on him.
If this is coming across your For You page, it is for you. So please take a moment and hear me out with an open mind. I'm about to say something that you may not be used to believing when you hear it, even if you've heard it before. But even that doesn't mean that it's untrue. You always were the prize. You might ask yourself, but then why did he not see it? Or why did she not see it? Or why did they not see it? They did. They just didn't want you to see it because that would give you the power to recognize that you did not need them.
Right, I'm gonna stop you right here. No, what I mean is, I kept telling them I was the prize, but I'm pretty sure they're my exes because I didn't need them in my life. And in return, I'm their ex because they didn't needed me in their lives. My curiosity is, what happens if you showed up on my For You page and you also showed up on my ex's For You page? That's gonna start an argument, right? I was the prize. No, I was the prize because some lunatic on TikTok didn't have any other content to post.
The men understand that the more they throw a tantrum over 4B, the more women are going to participate.
No, they don't. They've actually created their own movement called 4G. Truly, very original. Instead of men deciding to do better or be better, they're just going to double down on their behavior, shove it in our face, and we're just supposed to accept it. But no, we don't. So buckle up, Buttercup. Y'all are going to get real familiar with your hands.
Oh no, is that your best? What are we, 14? I can in fact enjoy my own hand or I can buy it for cheap for $50 on the street's corner. As for this 4G they're all crying about, I couldn't find anything. And I did try. What I could find on TikTok about 4G was people complaining about their internet speed. Dude, my network sucks. But if they say it's there, it must be there. I just don't care enough. As for the men need to do better for what? Or do better for who? Before this video starts, what do you think she's advertising? Or even after the video starts, what do you think she's advertising? I need to do better for that? Nah, come on now.
Wouldn't it
been single for a while that the thought of a man even sleeping in your bed next to you actually irritates you? Like, you've gotten so comfortable, almost too comfortable with the fact of being alone. Like, and you get to the point where it's kind of scary because you're like, I don't need any male's attention whatsoever. The thought of being alone and by yourself is actually comforting, and you couldn't think of anything better. There is nothing a man could do for me that I haven't or can't do for myself. So you're now at the point of being single that you couldn't think of anything worse than being in a relationship.
I know, right? Relationships, ugh. But then there's this 5 minutes later.
I feel like no one talks about being the friend in the friend group that is never looked at by boys. No one realizes how hard it is when you watch all of your friends like be in love, and when you're out at bars and all the boys are all over them, but you're just standing there. And people ask you if you've found anyone yet, or if you're looking for anyone, and you're just like, oh, like I'm working on my career, I'm working on myself. Like, no, actually just the girl that the boys don't look at. Not that that's the reason you go out or that's what you want. It's just frustrating when all of your friends are looked at that way and you have never been.
Okay, but going by your first video, man, so never being looked at by guys is a good thing, right? It's harder to watch all your friends being in love and in relationships and being the girls that guys are attracted to, but you don't want any men because men, does that mean you envy and you're jealous of your friends that they get all the attention and you don't? Or is it that you are, OMG, I'm so happier being single because you're never looked at by guys? It has to be one of the two, right? Or you are right, it can in fact be both.
So I'm on my dating app and I'm swiping up, down, left, right, and I see this guy who, in my opinion, is pretty darn handsome. And all of his pictures are him outside lifting free weights, and he's wearing this white beater, and he just has these really nice muscles. He's wearing like these orange pants. And I normally don't swipe on muscular guys because I just assume they're not going to be into me, right? Because I'm not muscular. But for some reason with him, I did anyway. And we actually matched the next day. And he sends me a message saying, nice to meet you. I'm so glad you swiped on me. A lot of people don't. I'm like, that's just because you are dreamy, my man. And then I told him how I almost didn't. And he's like, well, I'm glad you did. And I'm like, and so we're talking back and forth through the app for a while. And then he ends up saying, so, the earliest I'll be able to take you out is in May. Or I don't know if you'll wait that long. But if you will wait that long, I'd love to take you out. I'm thinking, May, it's March. That's in 2 months. And I'm thinking, oh, sure, of course. He's probably a workaholic because I tend to date every eligible American workaholic there is. So I say, why? Because of work? And he goes, no, do you not know where I am? I'm like, no. And he goes, I'm in jail. If you ever feel like you're dumb when it comes to dating, just know that I exist.
Who here knew exactly where she was going as soon as she said orange pants? But you know what? Shout out to you for taking it this well. And I appreciate you for sharing this story because it made me laugh. A date? Of course I can take you out on a date in 5 to 7 years. Oh well, back to the usual buckets of sunshine. I'll read what this one said. Really only wanted one boy this summer, but if God want me to have 3, then 15 it will be. It's all about setting a goal, right? And if the goal is 15, why stop at 30 when you can break your own record and go into those triple digits? And I will read this one as well. Girls, remember, we get who we want. Boys get what they can. Yeah, come back to us when you decide you want to marry and let us know how that goes.
This with the stupidest thing a man has ever mansplained to you. I'll go first.
So I know it probably wasn't very clear from that, what she was wanting. So what it is if you've ever had something happen to you or it's clear that you have knowledge on the issue, but a man comes and says, it tries to explain it to you in a really condescending fashion, as if you have no idea what you're talking about. That's what she wanted you to do. It didn't seem like it was explained well enough. So anyways, that's what she wanted.
And I am done for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and I will see you in the next one.